Hi everyone and welcome. I'm Tami, the creator of the blog and this YouTube channel called Nutmeg Notebook. And this is where we share with you all about our whole food, plant exclusive lifestyle. So we're so glad that you joined us today. Today is going to be an open, plant-based Q&A. That means you can ask us questions and we will try to answer them. Of course, Tom and I are not medical professionals. We cannot give you any medical advice. We can only share with you what works for us, and this is mostly for educational and entertainment purposes. So if you have medical questions, you really need to have a consult with a plant-based physician. So a little bit of housekeeping here. Tom will be moderating. You coming on screen?
Hi everyone. Yeah,
there he is.
I have the chat feed over here on the computer screen to the left of us, or to the left of me.
And well, that would be to the left of me as well then.
That makes me a leftist. Okay.
Oh my gosh. Oh, let's not go there.
Okay.
Okay, next
All right.
You'll be wanting to take comedy with Chef AJ.
Okay, so
watch out. If she sees this, she'll ask you. We're
going to be catching up with questions as we move through. I did spot that we have one right coming out of the gate that we're going to rewind and go up and catch about dulce. So I'll be catching up with that. But thank you for the question marks. If you give me 4 before and if you have time, a couple more afterwards, that helps your question jump out at me. And
we have moderators with us today.
Yeah, I think we have Jesse and we have Randy and we have Tiffany. We have all 3 moderators here.
Let's say happy birthday to Tiffany.
Yes, happy birthday, Tiffany. And
yeah, guys, her birthday was on Thanksgiving.
Are those birthday flowers? That's really a nice bouquet this week.
That is in honor of Tiffany.
Yeah.
It is a beautiful bouquet.
A little bit of a Christmas bouquet.
Yeah, it looks elegant, and she's very elegant. And
yeah, it's more visible over here. Well, no, it's not more visible on Tami Cam.
She does not look a day over 24, I swear. She looks so young, so young. We're old enough to be her parents for sure.
Yes, we're old enough to be several people's parents.
Well, that's great. We love kids, so we'll adopt you.
Okay, so I completely lost my train of thought. We talked about questions.
We did.
Moderators, yeah, they have wrenches. Behave yourselves.
But thank you, ladies, for being here. We really appreciate. Yeah. They volunteer their time to help us.
Their service to the community far exceeds wrenching trolls.
Yes.
They take a lot of questions and answer a lot, give out an awful lot of information and valuable links and stuff while we're doing the broadcast. So thank you, ladies, for doing that.
That's right.
And shall we jump in and catch that first question, or
sure.
Did you have a couple of things you wanted to cover?
No, good. Let's do that.
Okay, let me roll back up and get that one.
Okay, we're a little punchy. We've been working all day, and we're a little tired. We did an interview today for a summit. We did a cooking demonstration for a summit. Everything, these things were taped for later use.
It's like when we have all the gear out, we think we should make good use of it, but then we wind up kind of
wearing ourselves
overindulging in work just because it's convenient. Does that make any sense?
I don't know.
That doesn't make any sense.
What's wrong with us? Are we retired?
Yes.
Okay. Are you sure?
Kathy loves to travel.
Oh, I do too.
Is asking you, do you think I could use dulse flakes instead of the kelp granules for your Caesar dressing? Now, I'm going to be the first one to ask, can you please remind me what dulse flakes are?
Oh, well, it's a sea vegetable.
Okay.
Just like the kelp is a sea vegetable. And I've never bought the dulse flakes because I haven't been able to find them anywhere here. So I would say yes. And I don't know if it would be an equal swap because I don't know how strong flavored they are. But we're just going for just a little bit of, it kind of has a little bit of a oceany,
to replace other ingredients that you're
flavor,
not using.
Right. And so it just does, just a little bit. It just gives it a little tweak. So yes, I would. And some people have said they've even just taken like a nori sheet that you use for our vegan sushi.
And crinkle some of that in there.
Crinkle some of that up. And that gives you that would give you the same flavor as well.
So while we're talking about nori sheets and dulse flakes, then let's talk a little bit about the question we got here from one of our
subscribers. You're good, buddy. You're good. Wow.
I could be involved in making videos someday.
You could. You might be a good director.
Okay, so we had a write-in from one of our viewers here. Good morning. I'm really enjoying your videos and the blog and the knowledge you share and how that has helped me adapt to this way of eating and staying with it. I'm paraphrasing a little bit in case you're going, I didn't write that. I'm curious about eliminating salt from the diet completely. I do realize that there are traces of salt in some things, but I think I've gone too far. I've been experiencing symptoms of iodine deficiency. Yes, I have seen my physician. I haven't heard anyone whole food plant-based talk about this, and I was thinking it would be more common, the idea of having an iodine deficiency. Why is it not more common? Any thoughts or experiences? So, I can add on the front side that we don't
can you turn down the volume? I can hear feedback coming out of those.
You can hear me talking?
Earbuds, yeah.
Okay, I'll turn them way down. I had them up because I was just trying to hear you.
Oh.
Okay. So, we don't add salt. Tami does not sprinkle salt on any of her recipes. We don't have salt on the table, so we're not adding salt to anything. Right. Some of the ingredients, and I think you referred to this in your note, and I'm not going to say it's just traces. Some of the ingredients we use, you buy a very low sodium tomato, roasted tomatoes, right?
No, those have no
salt added. Okay.
Yeah, so we use some condiments. Buy some salsa like at Costco or at Whole Foods that has some sodium in it.
Yeah. Now, we don't know if it's iodine containing sodium or not.
We don't.
But that takes us back to the dulse or the kelp granules that we sprinkle here and there.
Yeah. More than likely, though, any processed food that we're purchasing is going to be table salt. That does have iodine in it.
Okay.
So
we're getting a little bit more than a trace. But in all questions medical, we have to refer you back to the Dr. Gregors of the world or other plant-based physicians that may have had commentary, but that's her point, is that she's not seen a lot of commentary about iodine deficiency from the plant-based community.
Yes, but what they do tell us is to include some sea vegetables in our diets in order to get that iodine that we're missing because we're not using table salt, or we're not eating a lot of processed foods that would have salt in them that would also then contain iodine. And so like the dulse flakes, the kelp, the nori sheets, those have some iodine in them. At True North Health Center, they teach the SOS-free way of eating. So no salt, no oil, no sugar. And they say that we should get enough sodium from just the natural plant foods that we eat that are unprocessed. But the iodine, a deficiency and how much you need is going to vary from person to person. And so, discuss with your physician what you should do. I believe that Dr. Greger on nutritionfacts.org has some information about iodine on there. And so I actually don't know of anyone other than you who has told me that they have been diagnosed with an iodine deficiency. But, different things happen to different people. And so that is something, that you should work out with your physician on how you should supplement your diet in order to get enough iodine, because it's actually very dangerous to have an iodine deficiency, and it's also dangerous to get too much iodine as well. So as always, we always say that everyone should get their blood work done and have things checked so you know what your levels are. Don't start supplementing and taking things unless you need them.
On this conversation, Angela has offered up, in conversation with Jessie, Dr. Sabatino told her to use dulse instead of kelp because there may be too much iodine in kelp. And then Angela says, for me, I understand the fishy thing. So that's it.
Thank you. That's very good information to share with us.
And then
dulse instead of kelp. Yeah. So I need to go on Amazon, I guess, and see if I can get dulse flakes.
See how they do in your recipes. And then Jessie also offered up that here we are in between Thanksgiving and Christmas. And that makes me wonder, does that give you a sense of, you should behave, but you really don't want to? Because we're in that awkward time between Thanksgiving and Christmas.
Oh, I think it's more when we get tired, we kind of get punchy. I think is what happens to us. And we have been working the entire day. Just got the kitchen cleaned up from my cooking demo. And so we're a little bit punchy.
Yeah, well, yeah, she was just making
That
the
is so
comment
funny.
as a general
Yeah, we're being
statement.
a little bit naughty. We're just a little bit naughty right now. Okay, so we answered that one.
Okay. Oh, here's
That's
another
great.
question. I just found another one.
Cool.
This is from Dinah or Dina A. Dinah A. Hi everyone. Hi Tammy and Tom. I just got the same Breville air fryer Pro as you have. Do I make turnip fries the same way as potatoes? You would need to cook them first. Yeah. And
No, I would do those raw, I think.
Oh, you would?
Yeah,
because they're drier.
because turnips, those are probably going to get pretty soft. Like I've made some rutabaga fries and I've made parsnip fries, but they don't. For me, they did not get as crispy as potatoes did.
No, they're not going to because of the.
But because they
more
have
water.
a high water content.
Yeah.
But they tasted good. So so I didn't cook them. I haven't done turnips, but I did rutabagas and I did parsnips, and I didn't cook them first. I went ahead and put them in. But that's a really fun and tasty way to eat some different root vegetables. So if it's sweet potatoes or white potatoes or Hana yams or Japanese sweet potatoes, then we do like to cook those first, bake them, chill them, and then cut them and then put them in the air fryer. We do 400 degrees. We don't preheat the air fryer just because I just don't. I don't know why, but I don't. I just put the rack in there and hit 400 degrees and put my time in, usually 20 minutes.
TS is asking this question. Is the Joy oat milk powder just oats? And so could you make your own by blending some oats in a Vitamix?
You can do that. It will have a different consistency. I happen to have this here. It will have a little bit different consistency. I don't know what the exact process is that they are using to turn this into a powder. It is more of a powder than a flour. It is different than oat flour. It is super, super, super fine. And so the oat milk is not gritty at all, and it completely dissolves and it doesn't get kind of like gummy like oats can. So, but certainly you can do that. You might have to strain it if you want it to be, not have any grit, I guess I want to say, to it. So they have some special process that they're using that makes this super, super fine, and it literally it dissolves. So hope that helps. But a lot of people do make their own oat milk.
Okay, you want to take one of the printed questions there?
Have you used a 12 or 13 and a half inch bowl for chopping salads? And would one of those be enough for one person? Are those bowls more shallow or deep than the 15 inch? And the answer to Tom, maybe you want to grab those bowls on the end of the table. And the answer to that is that when you go down in diameter on the bowl size, you also lose the depth. And so, ooh, look what he's got.
Okay. So here's one bowl. Here's one bowl.
Here's one bowl.
And here's another bowl.
Okay.
And here's another bowl. And here's another bowl.
Oh, yeah.
It's like those Russian nesting figurines.
Oh, yes. And then here's another bowl. Okay, so
2 of these bowls are the same and 2 aren't.
well, they're not even exactly the same. This is a 17-inch bowl, and you can see how much taller it is. So it has quite a bit more depth to it. And then this is cherry. This is a 15-inch cherry bowl, and you can see the big difference between the 15 and the 17.
Precise scientific measurement. This one is a good 6 inches deep. This one is a good 5 inches deep. That's the same. And then how deep is that one?
A little bit here.
And this one is 3.5 inches deep.
Yeah, so this is actually a 12-inch. I don't have a 13, but this is a 12-inch. And so, you know, the 13 would be a little bit deeper than this one, but it's not going to be as deep as the 15. So for our purposes, a 12-inch bowl, which would be just a little bit larger than this, would not be big enough to chop a lot of salad in. You can see there isn't a lot of space.
Stuff's going to come flying out. And we get this question regularly, and we got it several times in the last few days since Holland Bowl Mill is having their holiday weekend, Black Friday, Cyber Monday, 10% off. Links are in the show notes. But for chopping, yes, definite, a hard recommendation. 15-inch bowl for chopping greens, for chopping your salad, particularly if you're doing anything like we do with the 14 to 16 ounce salads. You're going to want this depth, you're going to want this width. It just makes it a whole lot easier. This would work to serve out of. I would fill this and eat all of it.
Yeah.
Because it's about the size of our Corel bowls.
You could chop, you know, a handful of herbs in the 12-inch.
Right.
Now, I will tell you that we've had a few people order the 13 or 13 and a half, whichever it is, inch bowl that were happy with it, and we've had some people order it and regretted that they had ordered it because it wasn't big enough.
And so for the money difference, get the bigger bowl and not have it be an issue would be my...
because this holds everything. You can chop. It doesn't fly out. It stays within the bowl. And then also, we just want to point out that the bowls are going to get a green patina when you're chopping a lot of greens in them. You can see how the bottom of that has some green in it. That's the cherry. This is the beechwood. This is Tom's. Why is I guess it's because it's lighter. Yours has more green because the center of your bowl is lighter in color.
Yeah, I don't know.
And so, they are going to...
I think we have different chopping styles.
And they are going to get chopping marks. Just like knife marks on a wood cutting board. The same thing is going to happen with the chopping bowl, because basically this is a cutting board in the shape of a bowl.
Yeah, that's the other...
And we also want to tell you that the sizes are approximate. So these both are sold as 15-inch bowls. You can see that this one is a little bit taller. And it's,
slightly taller.
Yeah, and it's probably also, maybe a little bit wider. Because, it's a little bit...
Well, it depends on how you line it up.
Oh, yes.
Because they're not exactly round.
It depends on the tree, the log that they have, that they're cutting from, exactly how it turns out. And they are made, there's a guy standing there cutting them out. And so they're not going to be perfect also.
For those of you that ordered bowls, a few of you ordered bowls before the promotion, and congratulations, you're going to get your bowls before everybody else. So, but the way the computer works with here, they can't go back in and change something that was done a week or two ago.
Yes, the Black Friday sale is not retroactive to orders that were placed before Black Friday.
Yeah, upon Black Friday.
And the other question
good through Monday, 11:59 p.m. Tomorrow, hard close, and then that's over until the next thing.
Yes, and if you need it in time for Christmas, absolutely, positively have to have it by a certain date, then you need to do expedited shipping. Okay. They do guarantee that you'll get it by Christmas, but that could be, Christmas Eve, whenever the UPS man is making his last delivery. And so if you absolutely need it prior to that, then
these are kind of the same question from two different people.
Two different people, but the same question about the bowls.
All right, okay.
And then we had some questions about the Ninja, because the Ninja had been on sale on Amazon. I think it went off sale now.
Well, there's two models.
Okay.
The 101 was on sale, went off sale. The 201 made a reappearance, and I would actually have to check. Actually, I can check our page and see if it's on or off right now. Okay, no, it was on this morning and now it's off.
It's so crazy,
So,
but keep checking because
Yeah.
Amazon is doing, there's
Yeah.
a lot of one-day deals.
Yeah, she's talking about I don't know if you can see my mouse circling. This one was on sale for like $159, and its other one, the flip-up one, also was on sale, but now they're not showing. It's not showing the sale price anymore. So if there's not a number here in the lower right-hand corner, then it's not on. And we did get notice this morning that they're putting Christmas trees. So this is kind of that in between Thanksgiving before Christmas thing.
Yeah.
The Amazon Home group that we belong to, they sent us a notice to let folks know that they've got some deep discounts going on Christmas stuff. And so I did put just 4 things up there.
I want a tall, skinny one.
Since it is the season. And also, while we're on it, this cup, this black cup, people were looking for that. I couldn't find it. I did find it, and it is on a Cyber Monday thing. So
Tom and I both have those Hydro Flask mugs, and we really like them.
Yeah.
Oh, you're drinking out of yours now.
Yeah, I didn't plan that. This is what,
That just
when I
happened.
want my tea to stay warm for a while, I put it in here.
Yeah.
So
That's good. Okay. So can you check the chat and see if there's any other questions?
Well,
for
there
us?
is. Mary Jo wants to
nice.
know, will the interview that we were doing earlier today, or cooking demonstration, which we were doing earlier today, going to be available to the general public? Yes.
Yes, in January,
And
I think, and we'll just wait to announce.
yeah, because we
The
don't
platform.
because we don't
We don't have a date yet.
Yeah. So yeah, it's one of those where it'll be free to watch at the time of live broadcast. One of the summits where you can watch it for free and then if you don't have time to do that, you can actually purchase the thing. So
Yeah.
So yes, that will be coming out after the first of the year. Okay, Doctor, this just jumped on me. Oh, Deanna, who I was calling Dina.
Oh.
Dina A is what it looks like, but my name is pronounced Deanna, by the way. Thank you, Deanna.
Sorry.
What is your favorite food processor that has shredding and slicing blade, or do you not have one? I can get her started on that because her favorite one actually is, I put it on here.
So can I just go ahead and tell her?
Yeah.
Yeah. So my favorite one is the attachment for my Vitamix, and it is the Vitamix 12-cup food processor. It does only work on the 2 models, the Ascent and the Venturist. And so, because they have the smart technology, or what do they call it? They call it something.
Whatever, yeah.
Yeah, whatever they do. And so that is my absolute favorite one because...
But if you don't have one of those 2, then...
Yeah, because it works really well and it has a lot of power. And because my base is out all the time, it makes it very easy. I also have a Cuisinart, and I don't love it. It works great, but it's very heavy for me to get in and out. And it is such a booger to wash. But there is also on our Amazon page, is it a Hamilton Beach?
Over on small appliances, yeah.
On small appliances, look, we have one that's priced under $50. And the reason we put it there is because our friend, the nutrition professor, Timmerie Hagenberger, has that one. And a chef, she's a registered dietitian and a college professor. And she said that a chef actually recommended that one to her. He said he has a very high-priced one at his restaurant that he works at, and that one, I think it's a Hamilton Beach or Black & Decker. Could you look, Tom, and see or no? And
I think it's Hamilton Beach.
Okay, and
I'll take a look.
So he highly recommended it, and so she bought it, and she said it is a workhorse. And I've watched her cooking demos where she uses it, and it does everything she wants, and it's inexpensive. So take a look at that one as well.
I'm trying to pull it up.
You're going to try to pull it up?
Well, there's the Cuisinart for...
No, it's not that one. There it is, to the right there. Is that it?
Yeah, right here it
right
is.
here. So Tom's going to pull it up and try to put it on screen for you so you can see. And it's actually $44.99, and it's a Hamilton Beach food processor.
Just very simple, straightforward.
Yeah. But she said it does everything that she wants to do, and she's an excellent cook. She cooks all the time. And if you guys haven't checked out her website, do please check out Nutrition Professor Timmerie Hagenberger, and she's awesome.
Okay, look at this. They've switched these. This is the Model 101 because that's the next question I have here. Let me read the question and I'll come back to this. Okay, I saw that there was a price on there when we were looking up the other thing.
Okay.
They keep changing up. You know, it's it's to create urgency. They put something on sale for a while at a price and then it goes away. So. And they did that in a big way a couple of weeks ago with the Breville, and it has, not gone that low again.
Right.
Okay. So from Susie says, my husband and I have an air fryer, a Power XL, which we don't use frequently, and that's one of those. I think those egg-shaped
bucket ones.
Yeah. Which we don't use frequently, but we were thinking about getting an air fryer oven and possibly using it more in the future. Well, if you get one of the ones similar to what we recommend, you definitely will use it more. The reason we don't use the current one because it's limited on space and we usually cook double meals. It's also hard to clean. Our situation is that we have very limited counter space since we are in an apartment. The two that we're considering are the Breville, which you and Tom recommended, and the Ninja that flips up. I think you had done a review on both at the time, but she couldn't find the Ninja review, and I did send her the link to that. But I wanted to bring this up because we actually bought one of the bucket ones, and then
we didn't use it.
We didn't even open the box. We sent it back because then I did more research and found out how much real estate there is in the Breville. That's why we went that route. But then later, many of you know that we did get a Ninja, and the space-saving thing here is the issue with that. It flips up, and so you still have. I'm looking at it over there. There's at least this much counter space open in front of that thing, and then when we use it, it flips down, and when it cools off, we flip it back up. And we thought it was going to be transitional, but it has become a permanent part of our kitchen because we are often trying to air fry something at the same time. And so it's creating marital harmony right now because there's not air fryer competition. So we do have a YouTube video. Check it out. And where we have two videos. One where we show how to use the Ninja, and then we have one where I compare side by side the Breville and the Ninja and tell you, how they compare. And of course, when it comes down to it, I would choose my Breville. If I could only have one, I would choose the Breville. But if counter space is an issue, I can tell you that the Ninja has a very good toaster. In fact, the toaster in the Ninja is better than the toaster in the Breville because it's faster. The Ninja toaster toasts faster than the Breville. But they both have good air fryers. You just have less capacity in the Ninja. And anyway, watch the video. Okay, and I have now added the Ninja at $170 back into our Amazon deals, Cyber Monday deals here. Yeah, but also be sure to check Costco because Costco did have it as well, and check the price against Costco. Okay, great. Anything else in the chat feed? I love the bright red question marks. However you do that, that's awesome because then, boy, it really pops out. Well, and that is our next question. This is from Misty Blue. She has the OXO bowl, the OXO salad chopping bowl. Yeah. And well, I like the Holland bowl more. And can I grab the OXO real quick here, or did we get it too far away? It's back in the laundry room. Okay, because yeah, I'll go grab that. Okay, I would say that you probably would like it more. I started out with the OXO salad chopper before I got the wood bowl, and I wasn't thrilled with the chopping blade that it had in it, and I couldn't do my whole salad. I'd have to do it, in two sections, but which is fine. I think it's a great little bowl,
And I keep one of these at my mom and dad's house. They live in Nebraska, and I keep one at my mom and dad's house for when I'm there. I use it to chop with, but I bought a Mezzaluna knife to use in it, and I feel like the Mezzaluna knife works a lot better.
Yeah,
Well, you're supposed to hold it like this, which always just feels so awkward to me. But you're supposed to hold it like this.
And roll it like a pizza cutter.
Yeah.
And so that's a little bit awkward. And then this, you can work in here. But with the curvature of this...
You're not on screen. Which video
with the curvature of this, it's like it's almost too deep. It's almost too deep the way it is to use these, because you can't...
but the lettuce and everything stays in it nicely.
Yeah. So this could work with the Mezzaluna. I prefer to use the Ulu, but this is just wrong because the curve of this is less of a curve than this, and so this simply doesn't work in here. So I actually can't use my favorite chopping knife in this bowl. You could use yours.
Yeah.
And I'm just not wild about that.
But if you're happy with this and it's working for you, then, you know,
and you're making lots of chopped salads and having a chopped salad several times a week, that's great. But the wooden bowl, probably the speed of that, 3.5 minutes entices me to get chopping. So
I don't know.
Yeah, so it's a great place to start, and it works.
It does. It does work.
Is it our favorite one? No.
Is it our favorite? Oh, no, it's not our favorite.
Okay.
Okay. More questions.
Yeah,
I would say don't have, what do they call it? FOMO, the fear of missing out.
Yeah.
I mean, if you think you're going to want to buy one, buy it because it's 10% off and you were thinking that you wanted to buy one. But if you're happy chopping the salads the way you're chopping them, then I would just stick with it. Okay.
Okay. Deanna says the Hamilton Beach we just showed has one with a scraper, and the new model has a spiralizer but no scraper. Would you still recommend the Hamilton Beach you showed? I don't know what the scraper is.
I don't know what the scraper is either. Is it a spatula that comes with it?
Yeah.
I know some food processors come with a spatula. And I didn't look to see, does it come with I can't remember if it comes with a shredding blade.
I didn't see shredding blades on it. I didn't see shredding blades.
No shredding? Okay. Then if you need shredding and slicing, then you may need a more expensive model.
Go back to Cuisinart or...
Yeah. Then you might need a more expensive model.
Okay. All right. Let's see. Oh, Vegana has commented that she likes the new photos we've done on our most recent thumbnails.
Oh, thank you.
So, thank
you, Tom.
I took them. I took the pictures, but she set up the shot. She says, the light looks nice outside and it's all the fall colors. Let's quick go out and get a picture. So that was just recently we used those.
We did. We did. I'm trying to get some new headshots, but the light has to be just right outside in order for it to come off.
Deanna also is offering that she uses kitchen scissors to chop salad in a regular size large salad bowl. And they actually even sell like double-bladed scissors for doing that.
Yes, there's lots of different ways to make salads. I have a video, you guys, all about how, I gotta cross my legs, all about how to chop salads without a wood bowl. So some people do it on a great big cutting board with a great big knife. Some people use the OXO salad bowl chopper. Some people put their veggies in their food processor and process them. You have to kind of be sure that you're just pulsing it so that you don't turn it into a smoothie. So you can use the scissors. There's lots of different ways that you can accomplish getting a chopped salad. You do not have to have a Holland wood bowl to enjoy a chopped salad. So we like it because it just makes it very easy, and we just love using the wood products.
Kim is asking, do you have a Dutch oven you love? I've looked at so many and a wide range of prices. Don't want to spend a lot of money on something unnecessarily. Thank you.
Yeah, I do have the Le Creuset, and it is expensive Tom bought it at the outlet stores for me. Do you remember that?
I got it half price. I will also add that.
And they're cast iron that are enamel coated cast iron.
Porcelain covered cast iron.
Isn't enamel and porcelain the same?
I guess so.
Didn't we have this conversation the other day? I think we did.
We'll probably have this conversation again. Okay.
Okay. So anyway, and it is an expensive one, but I really like it. I know that Costco has a cast iron
And Amazon.
enamel.
Amazon has some copies of that technology as well.
That's right. There's the Lodge brand. There's a lot of knockoffs that are around that are probably, almost as good.
Yeah.
They just don't have the name, so you're paying a lot for the name.
The magic of those, because it's such a big old hunk of cast iron, is you get very even heat distribution. And they do work best on low heat, hence their purpose, because it gives that heat time to distribute. Because although, because iron, if you turn up the heat too much, you can get hot spots.
And since I became an Instant Pot cooker, I hardly use it anymore. So, but before I was using the Instant Pot, it was my go-to for soup and stews, and I used it for all kinds of things. So if I want to make a recipe that is stovetop, that I think, it's going to actually turn out better on the stovetop, then I will get out the Le Creuset. But it's very, very heavy, and once it's filled, it's extremely heavy
to move. Is there any merit to it aesthetically, that you're in this nice, fun, fancy pot, and then you put it on when you bring it to the buffet counter, and it sits there on its hot pad, and it's this nice looking?
Oh, absolutely! It looks a lot better to serve out of it than the Instant Pot.
But stainless steel liner. So there's an aesthetic value to the Le Creuset.
Absolutely.
So
because you can actually, like Tom said, you can actually set it on the table and it looks attractive. So
okay. All right, we are working on names here, everybody. I'm going to run some of these by Tami just to make sure
names for what?
Enunciations of people's handles on YouTube.
Oh.
So JL is JL, like Jayel, JL. And I still didn't have Dina rhymes with Gina. So it's not Deanna, it's Dina. Dina.
Good.
Okay. I know how to say Lori's name. Lori is here.
All right.
So
which Lori?
Armitage.
Oh, hi, Lori.
Mary Jo, I got that one down. Okay, you guys are testing me. Okay, here's a question. I found a question, everybody. Graham says, do you recommend buying a dehydrator? Any suggested foods to dehydrate? I'm going to send that one over to Tami while I scrutinize for more questions.
Well, it depends on what you want to do. So let's say, like, you can dehydrate. I recently dehydrated hummus for us to take with us on our trip to Greece, and that worked really, really well. I was impressed with that. I have a recipe on the blog for a dehydrated granola and some dehydrated cookies, and those are great for travel. I did not have time to make those before we went to Greece, so I enjoy it for that. And I have made some corn, I would call them crackers or chips in it. I haven't done a video on that. I haven't made them actually for like a couple of years. Well, since before our twin grandchildren were born, because I just don't have a lot of time to do dehydrating anymore. Tom dehydrates his Thai basil when the what's our garden called?
Arrow Garden.
Arrow Garden. When the Arrow Garden goes crazy with creating tons of Thai basil, then Tom will dehydrate that. We've dehydrated banana slices. Those turned out pretty good. They were not crunchy hard. They were more like chewy, but that was really fun. And I did some, there's a lot of raw food recipes that you can do in the dehydrator. I've done some veggie burgers that way, but I didn't care for them. They had a lot of fruit in them and they were too sweet for me. So when you can dehydrate tomatoes if you want. If you do, have a garden, you can dehydrate a lot of stuff. You can take squash or sweet potatoes, you can dehydrate it. So if you're going to get into dehydrating and you're going to do, large batches of things, then I would highly recommend that you get a multi-shelf. We actually have a 9-shelf Excalibur. They're made here in California. They're one of the top of the line dehydrators. They are not inexpensive, but the nice thing about them is that, with 9 shelves, you can dehydrate a whole lot of food all at one time, which is really nice. But they do have smaller ones as well. And then I have friends who have inexpensive ones that they bought, at Walmart or Target or online for like $50. And they're very happy with them. You can make dehydrate kale chips in them, and that's really fun. You can, make your own fruit leather for your kids or for your grandkids. There's, lots of YouTube videos. There's books that you can get. They come with the dehydrators, at least mine came with a cookbook. And, there's a ton of information in there. So many different things that you can do. So I think, especially nice for people who garden, or if you have resources where you can buy lots of produce and then dehydrate it if you wish. So more questions about that, let me know. And if anybody has any recommendation in the comments about a dehydrator, a brand that you have that is economical, because, maybe you want to test the waters first before you spend money on an expensive dehydrator. The Breville Smart Oven Air that's back behind my shoulder here has a dehydrator function, and it actually works really well. So I made cookies and granola in it to test it out, and it works really well. So sometimes maybe getting a machine that has multi-functions is a good idea. Yes, you're smirking. What's going on in the chat?
Gina and Dina are posting like one after the other, so then it's making my brain have anxiety about it. Am I saying the names right?
Dina or Gina?
It's Gina and Dina.
Yes, they're the same.
And they're, okay, so.
Oh, look at all those red question marks.
Dina's helping me out. Thank you, Dina. Nobody's in trouble for causing trouble. There's only good trouble on this site. Thanks for getting my name right. Do you and Tammy eat any dark chocolate? Sometimes. I've never been really, well, actually dark chocolate is really the only chocolate
you like.
Because I have never liked
Milk
sweetened chocolate. No,
yeah.
I only like semi-sweet dark chocolate, and you use unsweetened chocolate chips on some treats you make for the kids.
No, because they only like sweetened chocolate chips.
They're on those
the brownies,
blondies.
And the blonde. Shh, they don't know about the blondies. That recipe's coming.
I'm only halfway through editing, so I need time.
The blondies recipe's coming. We're definitely going to get it out in the next couple of weeks.
Okay.
Before Christmas, because they're really delicious. So, once in a while, so usually for my birthday or Mother's Day, our daughter will give me some dark chocolate. And, she looks for an organic dark chocolate, fair trade, that doesn't have added sugar. And, because she is a big chocoholic. And so she wants Mom to enjoy some chocolate. And it will last me for like a whole year. But every once in a while, like with a cup of hot tea, a little piece of chocolate is kind of nice to have. And like Tom said, I do buy the Trader Joe's cacao chips that have no added sugar. And I have the Santa Barbara Chocolate Company, their unsweetened chocolate chips as well.
Okay. I have a next question for you, but before we go to that, because I was countering myself earlier, the Ninja space-saving, small kitchen-friendly air fryer was on sale, went off of sale, and now it appears it is in fact back on sale. So I have added it back into our Amazon Cyber Monday deals page, which I pretty sure I put the link down into the show notes, the one that takes you to, even if you just go to Amazon.com/shop/Nutmeg Notebook. I know that's in the show notes. It's the Cyber Monday deals idealist, they call them, and that will have that product in it, so I can put this away.
And I also want to tell you, you may have watched our show that we did a couple weeks ago, sharing about our cruise in Greece. And Lisa McCarl, who we interviewed that day, who is our travel agent, she let us know this week that somebody who watched, some people did sign up for the Alaskan cruise. We don't know who. She, of course, would not reveal anybody's name. But she wanted us to share with you that the Alaskan cruise is sold out. However, she is taking names for a waiting list because life happens.
And it's not until August of next year.
And it's not until August of next year. And so, someone at any time could drop out. So if you are interested in going, there is a link in the description below the video for the National Health Association, the NHA, and on there is they have the links to the cruises, and they do have 2 other cruises that they still have openings on.
One other cruise, the Sea of Cortez.
There's
Alaska and the Sea of Cortez.
And the Madagascar.
Oh.
There were 3 cruises, and I think the other 2 she still has openings.
Go by what she says.
Well, just go to the NHA
to see what's there.
Click on them and see. And if you're interested in the Alaskan cruise, then try to get on the waiting list for that.
Yeah.
And
we'll like it because it's closer to our time zone.
Oh yeah.
That was a lot of jet lag.
That was.
Okay. Vegana is asking, do you have any dehydrated hummus that you could show? Intrigued by what it looks like. Is it a fine powder?
It's in here on the...
And so the answer is yes. On the left?
Yep. In the zip top bag.
Oh, this is so cool. I found Tammy's hummus stash.
Careful, injure yourself at my door.
This is totally a hummus stash. And look at it, even says hummus on it. So I'll open it up, and it looks like what I remember grape nuts used to look like.
Oh, kind of, but smaller. Now, I could have gotten it to more of a powder. I was just in a hurry. This was the night before we were leaving, and I had dehydrated it, and so I put it in the food processor. But what we did on the airplane coming home, so going, I had hummus frozen for us in some disposable containers. And coming back, then if you take regular hummus, it will usually get confiscated when you go through TSA. And so once we got on the plane, then I just got some water, filtered water. I think we bought bottled water and at the airport, and then I just added water and I stirred it, and I just kept
completely and amazingly reconstituted to
hummus,
just right like out of the fridge.
It was great, wasn't it?
And we had some Mary's crackers that had gone halfway around the world and back with us. Yes. And so those were still scrunched up in the bottom of a bag, and so because the airplane vegan food was like non-existent.
There were a
couple of vegan sandwiches that Tammy couldn't eat because they had gluten, so I ate hers.
Well, that was in Germany. That was on the German flight, the Germany flight, wasn't it?
I'm talking about those little biscuit sandwiches.
Yeah, that was the Germany one.
Okay.
Wasn't it? And then I can't remember.
Aegean Airlines.
Yeah, and then United, they were just a fail.
Yeah.
They were just a fail.
You got to be prepared with your own food on airplanes.
Yeah. And what I did was I just spread it really, really thin on the TexFlex sheets for the dehydrator, and because the thinner it is, the quicker it will dehydrate and dry out.
How long did this take?
130 degrees, and it was 2 or 3 hours, I think.
Yeah, because that's a higher dehydration temperature, but you're not doing a green. You're not trying to preserve the phytonutrients.
Well, I'm not trying to be raw.
Yeah, you're trying to just get it dry and crunchy. Right. And this is the little mini zip top things. Those of you who get the newsletter, you know all about these. They keep showing up all over.
I know what
Yeah, this is on Black Friday promotion till the end of tomorrow.
The new
Oh, where those are at?
I thought you were going to do like an unboxing.
We already unboxed them. Oh.
Up there. They're up there in that cupboard.
Okay, the new ones.
Yeah.
Are there two still in the box?
Yeah.
Out here?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah, but we have something new to share.
Okay, well,
Okay,
I'm going to start
so
you on the next
then-
question while I find those.
Okay.
If I knew what the next question was. Okay, here we go. Dina's saying she read Dr. McDougall's book on women's health, and I read that if you have high cholesterol, to keep whole fruit low or omit it. Are you aware of this, and do you have any idea why? Does Dr. McDougall?
I think it has to do with your. I think it has to do with your triglycerides, but maybe somebody else, Tiffany, or Jesse, or Randy, might know more than I do about that. But it might have to do with causing your triglycerides to go high. I do not limit my fruit, so. Okay.
For a long time, we've been talking about super cubes, and we were wishing about a year ago that they had something that we could just drop those little cubes into out of the freezer to heat up for our soup. And
lo and behold.
And so Michelle from, well, she wrote the email. I guess we could give Jake credit too, but Michelle asked us if she could send us one of these for show and tell. And we didn't say no.
Of course not.
We did not say, look at how good these are packed.
That's what we wanted to show everyone, is how amazing.
So these say super cubes right on them.
Isn't it so cute?
And Tammy's little frozen soups just drop right in there, and there's room to add a little rice to it. And so I included that. I didn't announce these in the newsletter. The people that subscribe to Nutmeg Notebook already know about these because you got it in the newsletter late this morning. So a custom-sized super cube heating up 5x5 stoneware.
They're so cute.
Yeah. So that's a new little thing. And no, there's not lids for them, at least not yet.
No.
Somebody will probably come up with something for that. So.
Any questions about those? And those are they are not on Amazon yet because they don't have enough inventory to ship to Amazon. So they're only available from the Super Cubes website. And we have an affiliate link.
And they are subject to the Cyber Monday thing through the end of tomorrow.
Yeah, and so you can get the discount. So the information is in the description below the YouTube video. And we do have an affiliate link for that.
Jesse's telling Tiffany that she has not plugged in. Are you one of these people that don't want to use it because it's so pretty and shiny, you don't want to get it dirty? She's going to do air fried potatoes in it first, of course.
Oh, Jessie hasn't used her Breville yet. I totally understand that. And we got a couple emails from other people who said, oh my gosh, it's so beautiful, it's so shiny, I don't want to use it and get it dirty now. And I'm like, I totally understand.
We call that New Holland bowl syndrome. People that buy their bowls and then don't want to chop in them.
Yeah,
you need to chop in the bowl. It's a tool. The Breville is a tool.
It is. You need to use it. Also, I feel like I dismissed the lady who was asking about about why Dr. McDougall would limit the fruit if you have high cholesterol, because Tom came in and was excited about the super cubes. So I think I would ask on the message board, the McDougall message board, and see what someone says. He probably has, there's probably a past newsletter there also on his site. So if you were to do a search on there and look and see, why limit fruit if you have high cholesterol, and see what they say. And also check on nutritionfacts.org and see what Dr. Greger has to say about that as well. And, as you guys know, I always tell you that my body is a little LDL cholesterol maker, even though I have not eaten anything that has cholesterol in it since 2013. At different times from 2013 until now, I have had some years where I've gotten my blood work back and my LDL cholesterol has gone up a bit, or my triglycerides have gone up a bit. And I did talk to a plant-based cardiologist about it. I showed him my blood work, and he said, knowing how clean I eat and that I'm exercising and that I'm not eating any animal products, so I'm not ingesting any animal cholesterol, that if I was his patient, he would not be worried about me, because it would be pretty evident that my veins and my cardiovascular system are clean. And so anyway, so I would suggest having a consult with a plant-based physician and working with someone about that if you're also having the same issue. Okay, I feel better now, like I finished that.
I'm sorry I interrupted that conversation.
It's okay.
So the next question has to do with, and it scrolled up, but I read it before it scrolled up. Doesn't the TSA confiscate hummus? And the answer is, if it's not frozen and not dehydrated, yes, they will. And
although I've had some people tell me that they were able to get theirs through. But if
didn't we start out with frozen? We for our first leg of our first flight, we did have frozen hummus in our bag, and that took us in our carry-on from here to San Francisco, and then on to our next leg all the way to Munich, right?
Yes.
We ate thawed but previously frozen hummus.
Yes.
Between San Francisco and Munich.
Once we got on the international flight in San Francisco, and that hummus was still frozen, because I pulled it out of the freezer that morning.
Yeah.
So it was still frozen. They did not even look at the food. I mean, they opened the bag, but they didn't ask what it all was, or they just looked at it and was like, fine.
Yeah. And then, so far as your hummus stash, they might take this over to the sniffer dogs to make sure it's hummus and not something else.
But they didn't even look at it.
No.
They did not even look at this, going or coming. So, but some people have told me that they've taken hummus through and it's been fine. So it really depends on the TSA agent, but I've talked to more people who had it confiscated. So, why take the risk? But if you mix it in, like if it's on your sandwich or if it's mixed in with your salad, then it doesn't seem like it's an issue. But if it's a container of it, they're probably not going to let you go through unless it's frozen. And that's also true about the blue ice or the little freezer packs. They'll let those go through frozen, but once they're thawed, they're not going to let you take them through. So they will confiscate them if they see them.
Kathy Loves Travel is asking, what are super cubes made of? They are, I forget the exact name for it, but it's a high grade
silicone.
Food grade silicone.
Yeah, it's the premium silicone. It's the highest grade of food grade silicone that you can get. And they also have a little metal rim around the top, which gives them stability. So this is the 2 ounce. We have videos.
Yeah,
all about
go
these.
To one of the videos,
so I'm just gonna show you. But if you just do a search on YouTube for Super Cubes Nutmeg Notebook, I have videos where I go through and show you all about it.
And there's a video at the top of our Amazon page too. If you scroll all the way over to the right,
you want to pull the door shut.
That will go up there. Oh, you don't want to do a pantry tour right now?
Well, just the back light. Well, we could. It's very nice and neat and clean.
So I lost my train of thought.
So the Super Cubes are great for batch cooking and freezing. And then you pop them out and put them in freezer bags. And it just keeps everything really neat and organized. You don't still have the picture of our freezer in the ATEM, do you?
Yeah, I do.
Well, we could show them what that looks like.
Yeah, it's right here. Just a second. Let me...
Okay, cool.
Let me pull that.
We get to do show and tell. I feel like I'm in kindergarten. Remember in kindergarten when you got to go do show and tell? It was so much fun.
Okay, so that's under media player. So if I hit this, then we can see inside the freezer.
Right. Okay, so this is our freezer. This is from maybe a month ago, maybe. And so you can see the super cubes are on the lower right down there. Sometimes we have, 8 or 10 of them in there, but this is just what it looked like that particular day. And I know, but I'm looking at it so I can tell them what's what.
Oh, okay.
And so then I have those clear tubs. We bought those from Amazon. We have them in our store. The last time I looked, they were out of stock. So many things go out of stock right now. So what I do is I take one of our freezer labels and I write on it what's in that tub. And I use gallon-size freezer bags. Once the cubes are frozen, I pop them in the gallon-size bags, and then, oh, that's Katie. And then I have the, oh, you took it off. Is it gone?
Yeah, I took it off.
Oh, okay. And that way we always have a running list of what we have in there. What time is it? Do we need to get off? We do. It's 5 o'clock. And so they just work out so great because they keep us so organized. And like I always know what we have in the freezer, and they work great.
Okay, and checking here.
Yep, it's 5:02, so we do have to get off.
Okay, Tove is asking, do you generally thaw out your super cubes before reheating, or can you just put the soup cube frozen solid in that Nutmeg dish and thaw heated up in the microwave?
So we do not typically thaw them out. We typically just put them in our container and put them in the microwave. And
Yeah.
I have not read the instructions on that
Yeah,
box.
we literally got these.
Do you want me to show me the box? I haven't gotten to use these yet. They just came Friday.
But yeah, the intent is that you will heat it up in them.
Food frozen in 2-cup super cube trays will fit perfectly to help you get the most out of your freezer meal stash. They are oven safe, stackable, food safe, dishwasher safe, and microwave safe. Great for baking small servings of your favorite side dishes and meals. So I'm thinking, since they're microwave safe, we can very safely put them in the microwave and heat things up in them. We don't typically think ahead of time to thaw stuff out. That's just kind of how we roll. Oh, what happened to the picture? Why is it so blurry?
I don't know why it's doing that. Your phone, well, remember your phone's been acting up. We have to finish our repair claim on that. So it's going blurry on us. So that was at the bottom of the question here. I'm going to back up. Moderators, thank you so much for helping with the links and stuff in there today. And it looks like you had a little bit of troll hunting to do there for a while as well.
Yeah. I want to let you guys know that next week we're going to have Chef Bravo from True North Health Center is going to be with us on December 5th at 4 p.m. He's going to be doing a cooking demonstration. And then he's also going to be talking to us about his new program, which is called Solutions for...
Hello?
And you're on mic.
We're live on air. Do you need something quick?
Are you on mic?
Oh,
it's called Solutions for a
We'll call you
Healthy
back.
Lifestyle program. It is going to release on December 4th. We have a link and details about it.
Okay.
In the description below the YouTube, and he has an introductory price going right now. So if you are, want to strengthen your ability to eat plant-based, if you're just getting started and not feeling confident, he has interviews with a lot of professionals in the plant-based community and sharing information and strategies on how to sustain a healthy plant-based lifestyle. And so he will be continuing is it still blurry?
No.
Okay. He will be continuing the discounted price for a couple weeks into December, and he will be here to tell us more about that next week. So we're really excited about that. And then the week after, on the 12th, our very own amazing, wonderful Tiffany, our moderator, Tiffany Wilkerson, will be here as a guest, and she will be sharing with us how she makes her jarred salads. And so we're very excited to see that and to have Tiffany and to hear her share her plant-based story with everyone as well. So we have those two exciting events coming up. We hope you will tune in and share those with us.
So I think, Kathy loves to travel. I think we dealt with your question. The new ones we just got are ceramic, and then of course the Super Cubes themselves are out of the food grade silicone.
Yes.
So, and we'll be showing more on those ceramic ones as we get a chance to use them and check them out. Backing up on my newsletter today, everything I have on there is good that I sent out to Nutmeg Notebook subscribers from the various vendors. I was trying to recap what's available through the end of tomorrow with regard to Cyber Monday things. I will be doing an update, one last update tomorrow morning, because we do get alert from Amazon as to what they're changing up in there. That's how this morning some things came up on Christmas trees, and like Jesse said, we're in between Thanksgiving and Christmas, and they're in that home kitchen category that we reside in. And I thought, well, okay, those are some, I know Christmas trees are expensive. We have a big one that we spent a lot of money on, and now she wants a smaller new one. But
We've had that one for years.
But I thought, okay, I'll put those up because people might be wanting to know about those things. Well, sure enough, a couple of them have already gone out the door.
Yeah.
So I'm glad I did that. I will update that again tomorrow, and if it's enough of something that is, I don't know how to phrase it, looks interesting enough, I may send one last update. I've updated the list email. If I don't see anything that like really looks different than what I already sent out today, I may not do that. But after that, you can then expect the Tom Nutmeg Notebook holiday shopping emails to fall off, and we'll be back to business as usual. So thank you for your patience. I get in more trouble for not updating people than I do for over updating people, because I don't want anybody to miss out on saving $20, $30, $50, $200 in some cases. So
yeah, because Joy Milk, we have discount with Joy Milk right now.
Extra from
Zip
Nutra
Top,
Gardens,
Nutra Gardens,
Hall and Bowl Mill,
Hall and Bowl Mill.
And then a revolving door of things at Amazon.
Yes, yes.
So.
And I did post on social media that tomatoes, the Muir Glen canned organic tomatoes with no added salt.
If you have a Whole Foods, this is bonus.
$1 a can right now. And actually it's less than that if you have Amazon Prime. You get 10 cans for $9.
Yeah, and we're not talking about ordering online, because that's a whole different program. We're talking about going
into the store.
We cleared 20 cans off the shelf, and then we got some emails from other folks that also went in and cleared 20 cans off the shelf.
Yes, so many people thanked me for
the more
alerting
mayhem
them.
we can create at Whole Foods from the plant-based community to wake them up, the better.
Well, those sell for $2 and like 79 cents a can normally.
Yeah.
So we got 10 cans for $9. We got 20 cans for $18.
Yeah.
So I mean, now's the time to stock up on those, and they may be on sale also at other stores. I don't know. I didn't go to the regular grocery store or Sprouts that also sell them. So I think we covered everything. Chef Bravo next Sunday, the Sunday after that, the 12th, will be Tiffany, and the Alaskan cruise is sold out, but she is taking, Lisa McCarl is taking people's names to put on a waiting list. Go to the NHA link that Tom has in the show description and check that out.
Karen, I'm still on double cam. Karen has brought up a really good point about microwaving things, because these don't have a lid and the soup is going to splatter. This is a rule in our house, and I follow this rule, I would say 83.2% of the time.
I might have to disagree with you, but okay.
And so everything that goes in the microwave is supposed to get this microwave splatter thingy by Nordic Ware. And I don't know that we have this on our site. I guess I'm going to have to add it now over to our kitchen miscellaneous gadgets thing. But that goes over the top of anything that goes in the microwave because of that issue. And it does happen to just fit over this guy.
Yeah.
So no lid. I don't know that you'd want a real tight fitting lid anyway, because that could be an issue. But
okay.
But well, this is the solution to that question, which came in here, and we will go from there. So, which Whole Foods did you use, Tammy? Local's asking. The one in Roseville on Galleria and on Galleria. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
So check that one out.
And after I posted, they could be like all sold out now.
Okay.
But we need to go because we have a family event to attend.
Yeah, we have to get going. So
thank
you so much, everyone, for going on to the Nutmeg Notebook Amazon site and supporting our channel through anything you've done there. We appreciate that.
We do. Thank you so much.
One more day of promotions to go. Check them out, and we will see you next week with Chef Bravo.
Yes, and Randy, Tiffany, and Jesse, thank you guys so much for volunteering and helping in the chat. And you guys just make the community here so much more friendly and open and welcoming.
And we get compliments all the time on how nice our moderators are.
We do. So everybody really appreciates your guys' helping out and your knowledge and being able to answer their questions. And we really appreciate it as well. So we hope you have a great week ahead, and we'll look forward to seeing you here next Sunday at 4 p.m. again. Yeah,
Deepak, I saw your comment about the door. I still do that every time I use it, and so thank you for acknowledging that that's working for you, wiping the door off while it's still wet from the chips, and then it stays clean.
Yeah, so if you guys like the video, please give us a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, hit that bell so that you'll get notifications.
And subscribe to nutmegnotebook.com.
Mm-hmm, please do. We really appreciate it, and we will be getting the Blondie's recipe out soon. I'm Tammy.
And I'm Tom.
And we help you
get healthy and stay healthy. One meal at a time. Bye-bye.
Bye, you guys. See you next week.